Hello to all you beautiful beings tuning into today's message. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer, and what I have for you today is guidance messages for your day. So what it is that you need to be aware of and focusing on, and the angel number guidance for you based on what we see coming through. So we're going to jump right into it today. We're going to use the tarot for what it is that we need to be aware of and focusing on today. Excuse me, and my throat chakra is actually a little bit it's feeling a little bit jumpy now that I'm starting this reading, so I'm really interested to see what that's going to correlate in regards to the message. And I have the stone that we're using today, intuitively guided to use on this deck, is one of my amethyst stones. Okay, so this is one of my personal favorites. As you can see, there's a lot going on with this stone. Very, very, very shiny. And as I was, getting ready for this reading, I don't know if you could hear in the background, there was some footsteps and then closing of a door and then some movement afterwards. So it could also signify a message there as well for some of you watching, okay? So let's find out what it is that we do need to be aware of and focusing on today. Let's just get started. Oh, okay. This is interesting. This is an interesting message. I feel like this is just for someone in particular watching. I don't think that this is the overall message for the day. It's talking about independence, alone time, hardcore partying, and three's a crowd with this 3 of Cups in reverse. And then there's a 2 of Cups in reverse next to that, talking about self-love, breakups, disharmony, and distrust. The 8 of Cups next to that upright talks about disappointments, abandonment, withdrawal, and escapism. And then at the end of the row here in reverse, we have the Devil card. And in reverse, it speaks about releasing limiting beliefs, exploring the dark thoughts and detachment. So I'm really feeling that there was a situation that's being let go, a situation that did maybe involve a romantic partner, a breakup of some kind. But that's interesting because, like I was saying, as I was getting started with this reading, we could hear footsteps, or I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I was hearing footsteps, closing of a door, and then a lot of movement to follow that. So it's almost like whatever the situation is, the recovering from that is there's going to be a release of the beliefs in regards to the situation. Let me just dive a little deeper here for whoever this is for. So I'm feeling like there was a sense of spending a lot of time alone, reflecting on this situation, this heartbreak. It feels like whoever this person is, whoever this is for, been spending some time focusing on the situation, but also yourself, finding that self-love, getting back into harmony. And I hear releasing the distrust that you have for yourself almost. And then this 8 of Cups upright, once again, just releasing this Devil card here, talking about letting go of so much stuff, letting go of the disappointment and the feeling of being abandoned in the situation, the feeling of the need to withdraw as well, because you've taken some time to be by yourself, to focus on yourself, to reflect on the situation so that you can let all of this go. Yes, and no longer trying to escape the situation. So once again, with my throat chakra, I was saying about that, and I feel like I've had to clear my throat a couple times in this reading. So no longer feeling the need to escape. I feel there's going to be a sense of communication. And then, yes, once again, with this Devil card in reverse, talking about releasing limiting beliefs, exploring dark thoughts and detachment. So I'm also feeling like this self-love, this taking time to reflect, and this alone time, I'm also feeling like these exploring the dark thoughts, it's kind of like finding an understanding of my throat chakra wants to go off again. I'm almost feeling like a sense of control. I'm hearing willpower over ego. So this I don't want to throw it into every single one of my readings, but I will say that I am feeling a strong twin flame vibe in this, okay? excuse me, my throat chakra. Oh my goodness. Okay, so and once again, releasing of this detachment, this escapism. That's interesting because there has been coming through in some of my twin flame readings about substance abuse and rehab and recovering, going through a recovery process of some form of escapism. Okay, using work or substance abuse or some sort of addiction, something that you are becoming obsessed with to detach, right? I feel a sense of letting that go. So once again, I feel like that was for someone really specific. I'm going to put these cards back, and I do want to get a message for the collective. Okay, so for anyone watching this message who feels that they need some guidance today, okay, who felt guided to this video. Okay, we have some more cards coming through here. And I'm feeling a much different vibe from this. So what do we have? So we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. We're talking about self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, and perfectionism. We've been seeing this card a lot through the solar eclipse energy that we just finished with. And the Four of Swords upright, talking about rest, relaxation, meditation, contemplation, and recuperation. So once again, you know, this talking about rest and relaxation, this recuperation, meditation, it's been coming through quite a bit. And we have been seeing this Knight of Pentacles in reverse as well. And when we see repeat messages, I really do feel that that's just a strong guidance, is to just kind of hold your ground, you know, just kind of keep taking this this guidance, because there's a reason why that, you know, we're being instructed for. This is just something that's not being seen yet. But also for some of us, it's that when we don't take the advice, we just keep getting the same message, because it's really important for us to be taking that time when we're being guided to do something like that. And I feel like, you know, for some of you, when we don't take that time to rest, to relax, to recoup, and I'm hearing to reflect, so maybe even in regards to that situation we just saw, ending with that devil there. Yes, the devil, it was the devil, sorry. So this feeling of not taking this time to rest, and so feeling stuck, because, you know, how can you move forward when it's just, you know, we saw a message about talking about, you know, being careful not to burn yourself out. So, you know, sometimes, you know, maybe we haven't burned ourselves out just yet, but we're just really kind of stagnant, because it's like we're spinning our wheels. You know, it's like, you can't think if you're too tired or if you're too hungry. So if you're not taking time to rest and take care of yourself and getting proper meals, things like that, you're not going to be able to move forward, because you're not giving your body what it needs to be able to carry you forward. So having self-discipline for that self-care, okay? And I'm hearing once again self-love, like we saw in that spread there that came through. Yes, and also sometimes too, this perfectionism, okay? So, you know, I'm hearing about limiting beliefs in regards to this perfectionism, okay? So, once again, going back to that spread that we just saw, but I feel like there's this sense of perfectionism, and it's almost an unnecessary level. You might be a perfectionist by nature, but it's almost like it's unnecessary. It's the high standards, the high regard. I'm not saying your standards are unnecessary, just that the level of perfection that you hold things to is almost, I'm hearing out of bounds. That's not the words that I would use, but that's what I'm hearing. So I'm just gonna leave it at what I'm actually hearing. So you know, it's just kind of like it's like you've this limiting belief. How do I explain this? I'm just gonna say you don't need to be this much of a perfectionist, basically. And so because this amount of perfectionism is here, it's also creating some blocks. It's causing you to be held back a little bit, this feeling stuck. And now that I'm looking at the Four of Swords again, I am feeling that, I'm seeing that the Four of Swords in reverse is the card that does talk about burnout. So once again, we are getting a message about taking this time to rest, to recoup, to meditate. I was just meditating myself, and it does help us to take time for ourselves to pause, surrender, recoup, right? It's healing when we do take that time for ourselves. It's self-love, it's self-care, and it keeps us away from reaching this point of exhaustion and burnout. Yes, and this stagnation, right? But we're already feeling a little bit stuck, like this Knight of Pentacles is saying here. So let's get the angel number guidance based on what we're getting already from this, okay? What I will quickly do as well is, based on that little spread that we saw come through, because it was not a fun energy, honestly. Whoever that's for, I want to get you some guidance as well. So let's start with that first, okay? So whoever that first little spread resonated for, it may have been for a few people. So let's just see first the angel number guidance that would have been for those first 4 cards I think we saw coming through. Interesting, the way that those cards split. Okay, so let's see some guidance for that first little message, please. Okay, so we have angel number 5. Okay, so it's talking about being prepared for big changes. And when we see the devil card, you know, a lot of people don't like that card, but the devil card, you know, sometimes it really does bring about a lot of change. Okay, it helps to, you know, clear away a lot of things, this, you know, releasing a lot. You know, I saw a message about releasing limiting beliefs, right? So the devil is there to help to put an end to so much stuff. So being ready for change, for prosperity. You know, have your angels are here to bring you hope and encouragement in regards to your situation that we saw there, okay? And then speaking about health and well-being, this is an interesting message that I've been seeing. Angel number 5 is also talking about, yes, positive changes and progress, like I said, but health and well-being. I'm feeling... there's an interesting message there, but I'm not really sure what it is. It's almost like you're being given, like I said, this sense of prosperity, but it's almost like whoever that message was for, like there's this sense of health and healing coming to you. And I think I did say something about rehab and recovering from some form of, you know, addiction or dissociation, right? So there's something that's coming to you to help you to heal, but in direct correlation to your physical health and mental health, I'm hearing as well, and well-being. Okay, so we also have, oh, I do want to go over here first. Angel number 000. So this is talking about, you know, completing a cycle. And when we complete a cycle, it starts something completely new. I heard those footsteps, a door close, and then lots of motion. Okay, so walking away from something, ending something, and starting something new with all of this movement. Okay, lots of movement. So preparing for a new cycle, right? That change is ahead, that new cycle that you're starting. Being one with the universe, so talking about alignment, okay? And you create your own destiny. So talking about, you know, a manifestation tip that I shared just this morning, excuse me, my throat chakra again, is, you know, thoughts become things, right? So this, you create your destiny. Just, you know, remember that your thoughts have that much power to create things, okay? So think about the things that you want and not the things that could go wrong in regards to the things that you do want to achieve, okay? And then, you know, going back to this being one with the universe, this alignment, we have angel number 3 here as well for you. So this is a number of alignment. It's also a numerology, speaks about a catalyst. So something happening in your circumstance to help to bring you forward, okay? To bring about that change, releasing of what it is that we saw come through there for you, you know, and once again, a message about balancing the mind, body, and soul. So taking some time for yourself. This 4 of Swords has been a message I just keep seeing in the last week or so. So, you know, I feel that really strongly for everyone, regardless of what spiritual path you're on. If you're a twin flame or a soul mate of some kind on some kind of soul mate journey, or just, you know, someone who's just kind of going along their ascension journey, whatever it is that you are working on, okay, as a spiritual being having this human experience, I feel this 4 of Swords really strong for everybody, okay? So And also when we take time to meditate, it does help us to bring our mind, body, and spirit into that alignment. And your angels are working to try and get your attention. So, this goes back to making me think about your angels wanting to communicate with you. So they're trying to get your attention because in the things that they're doing to get your attention, there is messages for you, okay? So maybe you're seeing all of a sudden, like for myself, hummingbirds have just surrounded me out of nowhere, in quite the numbers. Okay, it's not an animal I'm used to seeing a lot, and now they're just around me quite frequently. So even if you're noticing an animal that you're not used to seeing very frequently, suddenly you're noticing it a lot, or a plant, look into the messages that holds, because hummingbirds, they speak about certain messages, and certain plants speak about certain messages. So even just by seeing those, they hold clues to you. So paying attention to those little clues that are around you, okay? Those little breadcrumbs that spirit is leaving for you to help you, along this message that we saw, the first four cards that came through, okay? So that's the angel number guidance that we saw for that first message. Now let's go back to this message here about, really, again, going back to this rest, relaxation, and this, taking this time so that we're not feeling stuck, so that we're not burning ourselves out, okay? So let's see here. What's the angel number guidance that we're going to get for this message? Okay. So I was really feeling this card here. Oh, I don't see this one too often. So angel number 916. So the angels are helping to clear away anxiety, worry, limiting beliefs in regards to your purpose and monetary issues. Okay, so yes, this was a message I saw come through, I think yesterday too. Very similar message. So if you are watching, I think I know who this might be for, who it might be resonating with. So going back to, again, I was saying about this situation in that message about, having concerns about your financial situation and kind of working overtime to make sure that if anything does kind of, any more bumps in the road I'm hearing, any more side streets I'm hearing, anything to kind of take you off track a bit, going back to that message about, you were really feeling this need to kind of conserve your money, just out of this need for protection in that what if scenario, because there's been a lot of uncertainty, for a lot of us in regards to our financial situations with this pandemic here. So, going back, your angels are helping who, the person who this is for, people this is resonating with. Your angels are here to help you to clear away the anxiety, the limiting beliefs, okay? Going back to the message that we saw, the first message, the walking away from the limiting beliefs, letting all of that go, your angels are helping you to do that. So I feel this message as well for that first message. I feel like there might even be a connection between these two messages. So once again, that might be resonating for someone here. I was going to say something else in regards to this here. But there was also a message about soul mission coming through here, and I'm feeling this as well here, with this life purpose, okay? So we're just going to leave that there. We're going to continue. I thought we just had one more. I love that there's three here. Once again, we saw angel number 3, so I feel a connection here with, and there's 3 cards, so that's 333. Oh gosh, you guys, I mean, that's like, for me, it's like I'm hearing a lottery, like winning the jackpot, like you see those 777s. It's just like, to me, 333 is just as great. Okay. And we do have angel number 777 here, you guys. Okay, so let's go there. This is talking about luck is on your side, okay? And you are on the ultimate spiritual path, and your angels and guides want you to keep doing what you're doing. So the work that you're doing, this healing gateway that we've just gone through with the solar eclipse, you've really been leaning into that, taking that time to focus on doing so much healing. And that's why it's also so important to take time to rest, because your body needs to recoup from that, getting back into alignment after purging so much of that negative energy, thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And there was messages about healing monetary issues through that healing gateway time, okay? So this message is really connecting to that. Yes, and this is really about helping you to clear all of this away so that you can set yourself up for your spiritual path that you're on, your journey, working on your soul mission here in life, which again, going back to some of my other readings, they always connect to one another, is this your ultimate spiritual path and your money. It's like you're lining up your spiritual path to your monetary, you just your money situation, right? So maybe you're thinking about starting tarot, or maybe doing some kind of ascension coaching or twin flame coaching, or Reiki, or crystal healing. There's just so many areas of our spiritual path and how it can bring in financial abundance for us. So I am feeling that there is an element of some of you working on that, in regards to your money, okay? And then angel number 4334. So more threes, okay? And four is talking about stability, security, earthly realm, money, right? Okay, so going back to this money and life purpose, okay? So your angels are surrounding you with care and support, and the urge to continue your self-care. So, I mean, that's a really, really, I think the strongest message coming through here is just knowing and trusting in the transition and the process, and that you just really need to put that trust and that faith there, because you need to be focusing on this healing, okay? So angels, your spirits, your guides, your higher self, they all have your back while you take this time, because you really have been doing a lot and you're needing it right now. And what was I just gonna say? I just said something here that made me think of the message that we saw through in here. So again, I am feeling a connection in these messages here. This urge to continue your self-work. There was a message about self-care and healing, recovering from that situation. So, that's really the strong message that I'm getting here for you guys. Just, trust, have faith. Yes, that's what it was in this message. We saw about there was an element of distrust, but I felt like that's what was being worked through, being let go of, is letting go of not trusting in yourself anymore, not trusting in the people around you. Okay, so just have trust, right, in yourself, in the people around you, in your situation, in everything being for your highest good. Okay, so know that everyone's got your back, okay? Your tribe, okay, on the other side, your higher council, they have you while you take this time to rest, because you really have been working so hard and you deserve to rest, okay? And I'm hearing you really do need it for what's to come, because I've been getting a lot of messages about just so much prosperity and abundance. We saw like 9 of cups, 10 of cups before. So, just so much greatness ahead, okay? So take some time to rest today, you guys. Take some time to meditate. That's what I have for you. This is the Crow's Nest. I'm your host, Crystaljoy, Wounded Healer. Be well.